Hello, NBA fans. Daily news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a fan of the Lakers show and I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and give it a like. Are the Lakers deciding whether to sign another big player now or wait to make moves later in the season? A trade is being suggested that could elevate the Lakers' championship pursuit. Andrew Wiggins hasn't performed so well in the last 2 seasons due to family and health issues, but he's a great player and knows how to play in the playoffs. Wiggins is good on defense and offense, and being able to play with Luka Doncic and LeBron James will certainly elevate Andrew Wiggins' game. Will the Los Angeles Lakers start next season with their current roster? They've already made some big free agency signings this offseason, but that doesn't mean they are done making big moves. The Lakers could still use some defensive help on the wing. That's why some Lakers trade rumors have the team targeting athletic wings to put next to Luka in the starting lineup. One perfect Lakers trade target is Andrew Wiggins. He is a proven NBA champion and can help the Lakers immensely on both sides of the ball. He has already shown he can play second fiddle to a superstar and showed Luka himself just how formidable he can be on the defensive end. Lakers receive Andrew Wiggins. Heat receive Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, 1 future first-round picks. Wiggins is a former Rookie of the Year, All-Star, and NBA champion. He would provide much-needed veteran experience for a Lakers team that is looking to contend for a title in the 2025 to 2026 NBA season. LA also trades Hachimura a year before he potentially walks in free agency ahead of the 2026 to 2027 season. Could Wiggins really team up with the guy who put on a poster a few years ago? Even though the Lakers would have to send 1 pick to get this deal done, they should consider it. Wiggins would fit perfectly in the Lakers' projected lineup for next season. He can guard the other team's best player while also being the 3rd featured scorer in the Lakers' offense. This would be the ideal role for Wiggins. He shines when he isn't given too much offensive responsibility. The Lakers could provide the perfect situation for him to shine and help contribute to another championship run. Lakers offseason call on LeBron James called boldest move. Game recap: Liberty vs. Mercury, August 30, 25. The Los Angeles Lakers did not offer LeBron James a contract extension this offseason, making the 40-year-old forward an unrestricted free agent in 2026. The decision sparked widespread reactions, with some criticizing the Lakers, while others understood the franchise's decision to move on from the aging star. Bleacher Report's Eric Pincus ranked the Lakers' offseason decision as 9th in his list of the 10 boldest moves of the 2025 NBA offseason. The Los Angeles Lakers have given LeBron James a yes to essentially every contract demand since acquiring the former NBA MVP in 2018 as a free agent. Whether it was trading most of the roster to acquire Anthony Davis, leading to the title in 2020, bringing on Russell Westbrook, or drafting his son, Bronny James, in 2024, the Lakers have done James' bidding, Pincus wrote on August 30. Pincus offered praise to the Lakers front office for the courage of their conviction, pointing out how James had never entered a season before on an expiring contract. That's not necessarily a criticism. For many, James ranks as the number 1 best player in league history, he continued. But this summer, the Lakers didn't give him whatever he wanted. When James needed to decide on his player option before the end of June, the Lakers chose not to offer him a longer deal. Without a 1+1, 2-year deal with a player option after the 2025-26 season, or a 3-year contract offer from the Lakers, James chose to opt into his final year. LA has a new face of the franchise, Luka Doncic, and the bold signal was made to James, turning 41 in December, that he is no longer that guy. For the first time in his career, James will enter an NBA season on an expiring contract, putting his future with the Lakers in jeopardy. In previous years, James had at least a player option on his deal that he would typically decline and sign a new one. However, in a surprising turn of events, James opted into his $52.6 million player option, following which his agent, Rich Paul, hinted that his client might bolt from LA. The Lakers' bold move, according to ESPN's Brian Windhorst and Ramona Shelburne, is due to their insistence on keeping their books clear for the 2027 offseason, when stars like Nikola Jokic and Giannis Antetokounmpo could become available as free agents. The Lakers had already made their statement in not offering James a contract beyond this season, the NBA insiders wrote in July 11 report. It was abundantly clear that the 21-time All-Star's time as the face of the Lakers had, for the first time, a planned end date, even if James' record-setting NBA career did not yet. Whether the 2025-26 season is to be James' final season in the NBA is up to him. But if he wanted the kind of Hollywood ending that only the Lakers can give legends of the game, the release date was set. Spring 2026. Luka Doncic in, LeBron James out. The Lakers are giving preference to Luka Doncic, and LeBron James is upset and could ask for a trade during the season. The Los Angeles Lakers have had a strange summer when it comes to figuring out where LeBron James' mindset is. James has always been the face of every franchise he's played for, but with Luka Doncic now on the squad, it no longer seems like he holds that status in Los Angeles. He's still that good. I don't think it's his last year, but the fact that the Lakers did not discuss a 1-1, or a 2-1, or contracts beyond this year with him. They just let him sit back, that tells you a lot. It's not in his control with LA, ESPN's Ramona Shelburne said. This uncertainty has led to trade rumors swirling, especially since the Lakers appear to be on a different timeline than James. LeBron wants to compete for a championship, Rich Paul told ESPN. He knows the Lakers are building for the future. He understands that, but he values a realistic chance of winning it all. We are very appreciative of the partnership that we've had for 8 years with Jeanie, Buss, and Rob Pelinka, and consider the Lakers as a critical part of his career. While trade talks have cooled, questions still linger about whether James will finish the season in LA. Bleacher Report's Grant Hughes is skeptical. The anointment of Luka Doncic, the failure to reach an off-season extension, the refusal of the front office to go all in for rotation help this past summer, all of it points to a LeBron James exit. While it's true James has non-basketball reasons to remain based in LA, it's still hard to imagine him accepting status as something other than the most important figure in the franchise for a full year. Especially if the Lakers aren't a top-flight contender, Hughes wrote. There are teams that would gladly build around James and allow him to reclaim a central role. At the moment, he doesn't seem fully content with his current situation. James has never been traded in his career, but this season could be the first time. Luka Doncic, I need to play defense. Superstar guard Luka Doncic has widely been predicted to go down as one of the greatest players of all time, but Los Angeles Lakers legend Robert Horry is unwilling to crown the Slovenian just yet. During his appearance on the Travis and DeMarco show, Horry explained why he'd never ranked Doncic as a top 5 player of all time, citing his inability to play defense. No, Luka would never make that top 5 players list, he said. I love Luka's game, but I'm old school. You've got to be able to play defense for me. I love Luka's game, but look at guys like MJ, Michael Jordan, Kobe, Bryant, Hakeem, Olajuwon, Tim, Duncan, LeBron, James, Kareem, Abdul-Jabbar, all these guys, to me, played on both ends of the court. Horry said that, unlike in other sports, he measures greatness in basketball based on a player's ability to excel on both ends of the floor. Underscore 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 underscore. Lack of defense a problem. Horry then compared Doncic to James Harden and Stephen Curry, 2 other generational talents who have never made an all-defensive team. Don't get me wrong, you got great players like Steph, Luka, James Harden, they're great players, but this is my list and I look at basketball totally differently. Everybody says I'm just old school, but no, I want you to be great on defense. Think about Kobe and MJ, they were great on the defensive end. That's why they're considered the best of all time. Look at LeBron, who's great defensively. That's why you jump into that upper echelon, that MT Rushmore, when you can do it on both ends. To Horry's point, Doncic was a disaster defensively for the Lakers during their first-round playoff series loss to the Timberwolves earlier this year. Doncic was blown past more than a dozen times in the series elimination game against Minnesota, as his lackluster defense became a topic of discussion. Not impressed by weight loss. This isn't the first instance of Horry throwing shade at Luka Doncic. After the Men's Health article that detailed Doncic's weight loss, Horry told the Dan Patrick Show that he was unimpressed by the Lakers star's physical transformation. "I don't care about his, Luka, weight," Horry said. "You need to get him in a gym and teach him how to play defense. That's the thing, because you can give someone 40, but if you're giving up 35 on the other end, those 40 points don't mean anything." Horry argued that Doncic could become a good defender if he truly put in the effort, as opposed to the notion that the Slovenian's lack of athleticism was holding him back. "It's about wanting to," said Horry. "He has never had to, because he's always had people behind him to erase his mistakes." Doncic's lack of defense was cited as a significant reason the Dallas Mavericks surprisingly moved him to the Lakers ahead of the 2025 NBA trade deadline. Shortly after the trade, Mavs GM Nico Harrison explained why he had no regrets about moving his longtime franchise star, less than a year after he helped them reach the NBA Finals. "But our philosophy, like I said, going forward is defense wins championships, and we're built on defense. And this trade cements us for that," he said, via ESPN. "I'll say this again, defense wins championships," Harrison stressed. Lakers urged to trade Austin Reaves for Luka Doncic's teammate. The Los Angeles Lakers face a decision on Austin Reaves' future. The importance of on-court chemistry can't be understated in basketball. Los Angeles Lakers star Luka Doncic developed it with many of his former Dallas Mavericks teammates, but none more so than Derek Lively too, who thrived next to the Slovenian superstar in their 1.5 seasons together. Doncic and Lively's chemistry was instrumental to the Mavericks reaching the 2024 NBA Finals, with the latter catching lobs and setting screens for the superstar guard, while also covering for his defensive lapses as a decoy at the rim and on the perimeter. Many analysts have urged the Lakers to find a way to reunite Doncic and Lively. The Mavericks are unlikely to bite, given that Lively, 21, has barely scratched the surface of his potential. However, they could be enticed if the Lakers offer Austin Reaves, their third-best player and playmaker, who has room to grow in his own right. Bleacher Report's Zach Buckley has suggested that the Lakers send Reaves to Dallas in a deal for Lively, arguing that the latter is a better on-court fit with Doncic. Lakers would receive Derek Lively II and Caleb Martin. Mavericks would receive Austin Reaves and a 2031 first-round pick. Lakers fans probably won't like this suggestion. Maybe their decision-makers wouldn't either. "That's fine," wrote Buckley. "They all seem like big fans of Reaves, and he's given them plenty of reasons to feel that way, like the 20.2 points and 5.8 assists he averaged as a third option this past season. He's a really good player. He's also not a great trade asset. His growth potential is probably limited by his age, 27, and he might be super expensive by this time next year." One executive recently told ESPN's Tim Bontemps that Reaves will get $30 million plus on his next contract. The Lakers could cross their fingers and give him that kind of coin, but they could also flip him and a future first for Lively, who has established chemistry with Luka Doncic and cornerstone potential on defense, and Martin, a reliable role-playing wing with a proven ability to perform on the postseason stage. Could Lakers trade Austin Reaves? As Buckley highlighted, the Lakers have a significant decision to make regarding Reaves over the next 12 months or so. The 26-year-old guard can become an unrestricted free agent in 2026, and could command offers north of $30 million from other teams. Reaves reportedly turned down the Lakers' 4-year, $89.2 million offer earlier this offseason, and understandably so. The undrafted guard averaged an impressive 20.2 points, 5.8 assists and 4.5 rebounds last season, enjoying upticks across the board. According to NBC Sports' Kurt Helin, Reaves wants to be paid in the Tyler Herro range of $30 million a year, and Herro is a good comp in a lot of ways. If Reeves shows this season that he can be a high-level scorer next to Luka Doncic and can step up his game in the playoffs, the Lakers gladly will pay that much to keep him, and Reeves will want to stay. However, if he struggles again in the playoffs, the Lakers, who will have a lot of cap space, may question whether that is the best way to spend their money, Helen wrote. Reeves is expected to start the 2025-26 season as one of the starting guards next to Luka Doncic and LeBron James. Last year, concerns arose about the Lakers fielding 3 ball handlers in the starting unit, but the trio found ways to thrive together.